The Book of Enoch was a popular and influential text in early church history, but was later forgotten until rediscovered in Ethiopia. It is known for its mysterious and visionary revelations about angels and demons, and has been called forbidden for being excluded from the Bible. Its rediscovery has sparked fascination among scholars and readers alike. The Book of Enoch is an apocryphal Old Testament book filled with mysteries about creation, sensual fallen angels, violent giants, and strange cosmology. While it is not considered divinely inspired scripture by most Christian denominations, it contains world-changing revelations about events that occurred a century before the birth and ministry of Jesus. The original manuscript disappeared at the end of the 4th century, but was rediscovered in Ethiopia in 1773. Today, only the Ethiopian Christian sect includes the Book of Enoch in their scriptures. Enoch was Adam's great-great-great-grandson and Noah's great-grandfather who led a holy and faithful life to the Lord, according to the Bible. Enoch, the father of Methuselah, and one of the longest living people on earth, had several offspring during his 365 years on earth before God took him away, possibly in the same way as Elijah. Enoch's faithful life and obedience to God made him so beloved that God spared him the agony of death. Many Jewish and Christian traditions revolve around Enoch, who is sometimes credited as the author of the Book of Enoch and is also known as the Scribe of Judgment. He is mentioned in the Gospel of Luke, the Epistle to the Hebrews, and the Epistle of Jude. Enoch is regarded as a saint in the Catholic Church, Eastern Orthodoxy, and Oriental Orthodoxy. He was a well-known preacher, and his ministry was a forerunner to Noah's mission as a preacher of righteousness and builder of the ark. Despite the world's immorality and ungodliness, Enoch stood up and pronounced judgment on his neighbors. To learn more about Enoch's background and supernatural experiences, one must turn to apocryphal books like the Scrolls of the Dead Sea, which were discovered in 1947 by young shepherds tending their goats near the ancient settlement of Qumran on the northwest coast of the Dead Sea. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered by chance in 1947 by young shepherds in Qumran. The discovery included a collection of large clay jars containing leather and papyrus scrolls, with the Book of Enoch being one of them. The scrolls were over 2,000 years old and were eventually purchased by an antiquities merchant and then analyzed by several scholars. Tens of thousands of other scroll fragments were later discovered in 10 adjoining caverns, totaling between 800 and 900 texts. The Book of Enoch is divided into 5 books with a total of 100 chapters. The Book of Enoch is a collection of ancient texts discovered in 1947 by shepherds near the Dead Sea. The texts, which are over 2,000 years old, contain the 5 books of the Book of Enoch: the Book of Watches, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Epistles of Enoch, totaling 100 chapters. The first book mainly talks about angels, the Tree of Life, Jerusalem, and the universe, while the Watcher's book tells the story of the fallen angels who seduced women, created the Nephilim, and taught knowledge to humanity. The Nephilim are described as huge people similar to giants, and there are different interpretations of the link between God's sons and the Nephilim. The first book of Enoch contains major themes such as rewards, punishment, the end of the world, and the last judgment. It talks about angels, the Tree of Life, Jerusalem, and the universe. The Watcher's book narrates the story of fallen angels who seduced women, creating the Nephilim, and taught sophisticated knowledge to humanity, leading to the Great Flood and their annihilation. The Nephilim are characterized as huge people, and their gigantism is thought to be due to their supernatural origin. Some theologians believe that the sons of God are the descendants of Seth, Adam's righteous son, and that the Nephilim were members of his family who rejected God. The Parables of Similitude is an apocalyptic novel about the Son of Man and the Ancient of Days, and is consistent with the prophecies of Jesus in the Bible. The various sections of the Book of Enoch, a non-canonical Jewish text discovered in a cave in the mid-20th century, The book contains 5 sections, including the Book of Watches, which is mostly about angels, and the Watcher's Book, which narrates the account of fallen angels and their role in the creation of the Nephilim. The Parables of Similitude is an apocalyptic novel about the Son of Man and the Ancient of Days, which is similar to the Book of Revelation in the Bible. The book also includes the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Noah Pieces, which provide more information about Noah's purpose in preserving humanity. The book emphasizes the punishment of the wicked and the blessing of the virtuous. The Book of Enoch is a non-canonical Jewish text that discusses major themes such as rewards, punishment, the end of the world, and the Last Judgment. The book consists of 5 compositions, including the Book of Watchers, Parables of Similitude, Astronomical Book, Dream Visions, and Noah Pieces. The book also mentions the Nephilim, which some believe are the offspring of fallen angels and human women, while others suggest they are just ordinary mortals who stray from holiness. The book has some contradictions with the Bible, such as Enoch's knowledge of Noah and the flood. The book also attributes all of Earth's corruption to a demon named Azazel, while Satan is ultimately blamed for the problems of our world because he is the author of sin. The Book of Enoch is an ancient Jewish text that contains a variety of apocalyptic and mystical writings attributed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. It was widely read and respected in the early Christian church, but was eventually excluded from the biblical canon. The book is divided into 5 main sections, including the Book of Watchers, the Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, and the Noah Pieces. The Book of Watchers describes the fall of the angels who came to earth and fathered the Nephilim, while the Parables prophesy the coming of the Messiah and the final judgment. The Astronomical Book describes the stars and their roles in detail, while the Dream Visions provide a prophecy of human history from the beginning of time to the end of times and final judgment. Finally, the Noah Pieces contain an unknown account of Noah's purpose to preserve all of humanity. The Book of Enoch also contains several contradictions with the Bible, including the mention of Noah despite the Bible saying Enoch was taken to heaven before Noah was born. Additionally, the book blames all of Earth's corruption on a demon named Azazel, while the Bible primarily blames Satan for the problems of the world. Despite its contradictions and exclusion from the biblical canon, the Book of Enoch remains a valuable source for understanding the religious and philosophical beliefs of the ancient Jewish and early Christian communities. It provides insight into their interpretations of the nature of God, the origins of evil, and the ultimate destiny of humanity. The Book of Enoch differs from the Bible in its portrayal of heaven and its astronomical and meteorological descriptions. The book suggests that demons were unable to contact God after their initial rebellion. But in Job chapter 1, Satan is shown speaking directly to God. The Book of Enoch also describes heaven's ground as made of crystal, while the Bible portrays it as being composed of gold. The book's portrayal of astronomical and meteorological events contradicts both the Bible and contemporary scientific truths. For instance, while the Book of Enoch claims that Enoch mapped and numbered all the stars in the sky, Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 22 suggests that counting the stars is physically impossible due to their vast number. The Book of Enoch is a non-scriptural text that belongs to a group of literature known as pseudepigrapha. It contradicts the Bible and was likely written by someone else who fraudulently claimed to be Enoch's original author. Although it is intriguing to read, it is of little use to Christians seeking to acquire gospel teachings. Jude may have cited from it, but the part he quoted from included some inspiring truth that helped strengthen his case for the gospel. The genuine Book of Enoch is referred to as the Ethiopian Book of Enoch, and it was written after Christ based on unreliable oral history. It is believed that the Book of Enoch did not survive among the books of the Bible. The Book of Enoch is a pseudepigraphal work that is not considered scripture by Christians. It is believed to have been written by someone other than Enoch and contains contradictions with the Bible. While it may contain some inspiring truths, it is not essential to understanding the gospel teachings.